So it's a Saturday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 141, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. I'm back again in this motherfucker. And as you can tell, I'm like sick again. So I was sick, and then I got sick again, and then I got better, and now I'm fucking back sick again. So MKA and I were discussing that possibly it might be some sort of allergic thing. But I got the fucking, I can't remember which allergy medicine. And I got the green fucking phlegm, whatever this shit coming down from my sinuses and my fucking behind my eyeballs hurts and shit. So I'm assuming I have a fucking sinus infection. So doxycycline for me, about to be starting that this evening for a few days here and try to get this shit done with because I'm sick of fucking feeling this way. Anyway, so spent quite the week. I believe last week we got Matilda, and Matilda's been a real good time recently. It's like having a baby. Like, oh, gotta leave. Gotta put her in the fucking special room where she can't hurt herself. And so we leave. And so we could leave for 10 minutes with her box and her fucking this and that. It's so much easier having adult cats. Christ. But whatever. She's cool as shit. So I'm happy that we have our Tilly, our Matilda. And I'm happy that my name is going to stick because it was about time that I got a name out of this. Even though the pizza man, I call him the pizza man. And everyone else in the house calls him Peter or Pete. And I call him the pizza man. Because why the fuck not, right? Pizza man. That's like a great name for a fucking cat. Even the fucking AI told me that pizza man is a fucking tits ass name for a cat. And the big cat got blessed with the name Merlin somehow. And I'm just not a fan of that. You know, he looks more like a fucking, I don't know, but not a fucking Merlin. That's for sure. But, so I just call him that big old kitty. My big cat. Where's the big cat? He's a big motherfucker. And he even makes a little cat look like a big cat. The new kitten makes the little cat look like a big cat. So it's been a fun time here. And I have till the end of this month, and I'm not giving myself to that long. It's got to be shorter than that to get this Shopify swap all set and done, because it's got to happen. I'm missing out on so much fucking good opportunity. I'm trying to think of the words. I'm missing out on a lot of things I could be taking advantage of from that platform, as far as like giving everybody a better experience on the site and just kind of building for Devastator as a whole. It's all there. I gotta like do this little stuff, and it's just it's been, you know me. You guys know me by now. I fucking hate change. And I was talking to Mike today that I used. I mean, I still have it. Adobe Photoshop 4. Like, and if it would run on this fucking computer, that's what I would use. Like, I have never upgraded since then. I still have the fucking Adobe 4 setup files that I got from the server room in a fucking AOL chat room back in the server room days. Like, fucking I don't like change. So anyway, so that's where we're at. I got to make it happen. I got to stop being a sissy, and I'm more cheap than I am afraid. So I'll be paying for 2 fucking web services if I don't get it taken care of by the end of this month, and not trying to have that. So the Rust, the new Rust. I mean, it's not completely new. It's you know, it's not. It's better. It's got more things to it to add to the formula, but it's not like a total scratch reformulation. So it has everything that the old one had, and then some. So if you were looking into some Rust, you know, got the Rust available. And I think as it's been, I think it comes once a year now. Like, I think I do it once a year. I don't, you know, I got guys in the space that make better shit than I do. And that's like their lane are the acids and shit. So I don't want to just be like fucking running the shit all year. You know, that's kind of their lane. And so I do it every so often just to give you guys my contribution to the corrosive game. And but there wasn't a lot of interest in it this time around. Yeah, I was very surprised about that. And what the fuck else is there? Put out the Rust. I don't know. Anyway, so that's out if you'd like to go get you some Rust. I tried mixing it with some ink as a suggestion, and it fucking like curdled the ink. It was kind of cool. I actually should go check on it because I just kind of put them together and then left it there. And maybe I should have. So what I'm going to try to do just to see and bust balls is I'm going to try to put some fucking pigment in it. Straight fucking pigment instead of the ink, because I think the binders are what curdled. And there's several. And there's several additives as well to the regular ink as far as binders and other things that help with the flow, and they help the way it levels itself on surfaces. And there's several chemicals that go into the alcohol procedure. But I do believe what's curdling is one of the main binders, or both of them for that matter. I wasn't expecting anything crazy. I was actually not expecting that to happen, but the stuff's dark as it is. But I was thinking, you know, when I got the suggestion, MKA, he said, "Hey man, fucking, why don't you pour some fucking shit into there?" And I was like, as I read that, I was like sitting there with a partial bottle of the Rust that I why the fuck did I have a partial bottle the other day? I can't remember why I filled the bottle partially, and I was like, oh, no. Oh, I wanted to put some other shit in it first to see what it would do. And I didn't want to put too much in there, so I just did a partial bottle. And the other shit, nothing adverse, whatever, nothing adverse happened. So there it's at, a partial bottle, and I was like, oh, well, let me try this. So that's what happened with that. What the fuck else is there? I'm trying to think of what I got going on. What's new that I wanted to tell you guys about. Aside from being fucking sick. I fucking can't stand being sick. So I'm hoping to get this behind me like sooner than fucking later. Oh, you know, I've been taking magnesium fucking oh, I'm reading something. I know it's supposed to be no phone, but anyway, I was reading some. Just shout out Taro. I just got off the phone with Taro. We were chopping it up for a minute. I got to get him back out here, man. We've been talking about fucking seeing each other forever. I got to see all the guys, man. I got to see everybody fucking Silo and fucking Taro and E and everybody, man. We all got True Chains. I gotta see True Chains. I gotta see a lot of people, man. It's been a fucking while. I gotta see a lot of people. What the fuck was I saying? I'm totally fucking Punch Marker's laughing right now. He's going, this motherfucker always gets off track. I'm like, oh, a bird. Whoa, a squirrel. Whatever the fuck that was. Remember that shit back in the day? Squirrel. Oh. I started taking the magnesium. There's another word to it. Citrate, not citrate, but something like that. I can't even fucking remember. To try to fucking help me sleep. I don't sleep very well. I think I just got too much shit on my mind all the time, and I'm fucking constantly like, fucking, I wake up a lot. So this is probably like the second week I take one of these fucking things at night. And I do gotta say, man, I have like fucking solid dreams where I'm in it. And that's a good sign, because for a while I wasn't having any dreams, and I used to have these really fucking crazy dreams, and I still do time to time. But that's, I mean, that's, I guess, how you know that you don't know, I guess, 100% that you're not sleeping great, but definitely when you're in these dream states, you're fucking, I believe that's when you're in the REM sleep stage is when you're really fucking, I think, I could be wrong, but. So when I get the dreams and shit, I'm like, yeah. But I had a fucking dream the other night. And a lot of times my dreams are like, and I'm sure you can relate to this because I do believe everyone is similar to this. Like when you're explaining the dream to someone, you're like, we were at your house, but it wasn't your house. You know, we were at home, but it wasn't our home. You know what I mean? Like, you feel, it's like a more of a feeling like you're in this reality. This is your home, and I know this isn't my home where I live, but in this right here, this is our home. Anyway, I have these fucking weird dreams. My dreams are fucking, they're just like, I don't know, man. And I have recurring dreams a lot, and I have my whole fucking life. I used to have this one dream. I might have talked about this before. And this was when I was a lot younger. I haven't had it since. Well, not since I was younger. At my house on Carn Street, I would have this dream, and it was while I lived there, and then a couple times after I lived there. But my room was at the top of the stairs, immediately to the left. When you got to the top of the stairs, there's just a door right to your left, and then a hallway to your right that opened up to my sister's room, my mom and Steve's room, a bathroom, a closet. But immediately to the left, like no hallway, fucking top of the stairs to fucking left, there's the door to my room. And I would have this dream where I would be like floating, and everything was real bright. Like normally my dreams are kind of like hazy, and like it's hard to see. It's not real bright. It's not real sunny. Everything's kind of like dim and fucking like a VHS tape. But in this one, everything was really bright, and I would be really high, like as if I was like, you know, topping out at the ceiling. And I would go down those stairs, but up, you know, as high as you could be. And as I went down the stairs, I would feel like I was on a fucking roller coaster. I would lose, like I punched in the chest, not punched in the chest violently, but you know, when you lose your breath or something, you know, whatever happens, you go fucking fast in a car suddenly or slam on the brakes, I would have that feeling, and I would round the bend in the stairs. You know, I would make the left around the stairs for the last 5 or 6 steps, you know, where the stairs turned, and I would be so out of breath that I would wake up. And I don't think I ever made it to the bottom of the stairs, but I was always floating. It was always down the stairs, around the bend, and I would wake up. So that was like a dream I had a lot, over and fucking over again. The same fucking events. It never changed. And I would also, I've had these dreams for like the last probably 10 years that I got guns all over the fucking place. Like, and they're different places, like my parents' house, my mother's house, my friend's house, my fucking father's house, whatever the fuck. And I can't find them. And I'm looking in all the places where I thought these guns were, and they're not there. And I'm like looking all over the place, and I can never fucking find them. But I have to find them, and I'm like, fuck. And in my dream, I always say, I can't believe I can't find my fucking guns. Where the fuck are they? And I'm like constantly looking for them. Fucking real strange. I've never had that fucking issue before. Another one is I always dream that I'm like smoking weed, or no, I'm drinking and smoking weed, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, dude, you're not drinking. You don't drink. And I'm like, oh, good thing I'm not drinking, because I'm like smoking his weed. And then I'll be like, oh shit, I don't smoke weed either. What fuck? That happens a lot. I have that one a lot. And sometimes it comes with like emotional baggage where I'm like depressed. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't believe I just reset my whole streak all in one fell swoop. I was smoking, drinking, fucking might as well light up a fucking Black and Mild. Anyway, so now that I'm telling you all about my fucking dreaming, the point of this was I had a dream the other day, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure I talked about the automotive shop that was in my family for fucking 60 years, I think. And I was thinking about it today, that the amount of people who worked for the company, like even some people for a brief amount of time, some people for a long time, some people fucking for their whole lives. You know, there's like, this place was like, it was over on West Avenue. And I went there my whole life, and my aunt and uncle and my cousin, they sold the business this past year, within the last year, and this place was like more than it was more than an automotive shop. You know, it was like a strange hub where mostly people were there having a bad day for one reason or another. Either their shit broke down, or their shit was broke, maybe not broke down, but then they had a bill, and you know, but either way, like, there was tons of activity there, all kinds, and throughout the years there was so much different activity. Like when my uncle had the motorcycle shop down West Avenue, you know, a mile, maybe not even, is the fucking Rochester Hells Angel Clubhouse. So this was like their bike shop. So there was like all that. When there was a bike shop and the auto shop, it was like a crazy mix of fucking people, and everybody worked there. I think my mother worked there pumping gas in the fucking, probably in the 70s or, you know, or fucking probably the late 70s, early 80s. You know, I think my fucking dad did. Fucking Stevie, my stepdad, fucking he was there for like fucking 30 years. You know, like all these people, my Aunt Donna, my cousin Amanda worked at the bike shop, fucking, and just like people just like worked there, fucking. And there was just like lots of characters there, in and out. And what made me think about this was like, it was such a big part of my life, and a big fucking, it was like the big melting pot, and you could just show up there at any point, and there's fucking the original Big G, Gary. It's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing? Fucking that. I mean, that's where that video was filmed at. And there's a ton of other videos, because I was recording like a reality show there, because it was such a fucking crazy and fun place. Like, there was and some people, it was like you know, it was obviously more fun for me because I wasn't employed there. So I was just an observer, and I would just kind of hop in and fucking, you know, sometimes I would be drunk or whatever. Just fucking, it was like a hub, a waypoint. You know, if my friends would get fucking dropped off there and then ride home with Stevie to our house. Like, he would shuttle people, and I remember like buying weed. I had these pair of shoes, these pair of fucking sneakers that had a hole in the side, and I would say, Stevie, I'm sending the shoes with you, and they would have money stuffed in the side, and a friend of mine would show up, take the shoes, take the money out of the shoes, stuff the fucking dime bags in the shoes, and send the shoes back home. And it was just a hub, like Dubs gets dropped off there. Or at one point, he was living with his aunt, was around the fucking next street over. It was like fucking about a 4-minute walk. So everyone would get dropped off there, and you knew like Stevie was about to be leaving. You got to be to the shop by like 4:15, so you don't miss the fucking train out to Medina. It was like but anyway, I had this fucking dream where I was in the shop with my aunt. And again, it was the shop, but it wasn't the shop. It was like a different place. And it was empty. It was more like an empty fucking warehouse or something. Factory. It was real tall and big. And the bays were big and not kind of compartmentalized for what they were used for. It was just like a big fucking, like a warehouse. And then we were walking through it, and it was dark, and we were talking. And I was like, you know, I feel bad that I never stopped in here and walked around one last time. And my Aunt Donna, she's always been a protector of me and an overseer of me and she's always been a big part of my life. And I would call her for shit. She'd be at the desk. She worked the fucking desk for 50 years there. If you called 9 times out of 10 or 9.5 times out of 10, that's who would answer the phone. And people would just call and get counseling from her all fucking day, aside from making appointments and doing all their fucking everything. And I would call and get my counseling from Aunt Donna, bitching to her about all my fucking problems. And so we're walking through the shop in this dream, and I said, man, I wish I would have got to fucking come and walk through one last time. And she's like, nah, it's just a place. You know, everybody that was here, you know, is still here. It was just a place. And then as she's telling me this, like a car pulls up outside of a big bay door, and I go, look at these fucking people. I go, they can't see that this not business anymore. And she goes out to like tell them, you know, like we're not open anymore. And it was something weird, like they were like, no, look. And she like grabbed the car, and it like kind of jolted her. And she's like, oh, something's wrong with the battery, you know. And she's like, here, see if it does it with you, to like hold my arm. So she like grabs the car, and I fucking grabbed her arm, and we both got shocked. And I was like, yo, something's not fucking right with that. But they were like weird hillbilly people, fucking super weird. Don't even know what the fuck that part was about. But the message, I do believe, was that like I must have been missing the place. And I made a painting for them, for my Aunt Donna and Uncle Tony, one Christmas, and it was like the shop, and it said Donna and Tony's Island of Misfit Toys, because that's kind of how, and maybe people would take offense to that, but I kind of felt like a lot of the people that were in and out of there were like fucking, we're all like damaged people, or you know, not, you know, like, I mean, myself included, everyone, we all had like everyone had like rough stories and crazy, you know, it was like an imperfect place that was perfect because there was just a lot of love there. And we were all just like a misfit bunch. It was like the fucking Bad News Bears of activity, but everything was always like family. And I don't know, maybe in some strange way, I'm like grieving at the loss of this hub of a family. Like I have all kinds of crazy memories from there, being little and fucking, and just like people in and out of there, and people who are fucking. I have memories where 3 out of the 4 people in the room are dead now. You know, fuck, I got videos where 3 out of 4 people in the video are dead. And just weird, all the people who come and gone, and all this like strange fucking happenings that would be there. Like you would end up talking with somebody who you've known your whole life, like people I've known, but then it was a friend of my father's. He was there, and I don't know what happened. We were standing there talking, and we ended up talking for probably 2 fucking hours, just standing there talking, laughing, talking shit. And I've known this person my whole life, but we never really talked like that, you know. But it was like this place that kind of brought all these people together. And I think deep down, I just like, I don't know, I miss the whole shit. It was a fun time. And I think a lot of people miss that. And there's probably some people that are like, fucking, yep, I miss that, but I don't miss everything else. Which I understand. I didn't spend every waking moment of my life there. But there are a considerable, and my aunt lived there. My aunt and uncle lived there, and my cousin for fucking years. And my Aunt Donna, she lived there until it was time to go, like till the whole shit was sold. And there was a sub shop there, and then when the sub shop closed, the dude that was like the guy, I guess he was like, I don't know, a half connected dude, he just like lived there and shit. You know, it was like the whole thing was fucking, the feds had fucking cameras up and shit. It was fucking crazy, you know, for like just all the activity in the 90s and shit, in the late 90s, early 2000s, fucking Hell's Angel activity and all this fucking shit. And it was just like a fucking cool, fun place to be. And you never knew what you were walking into. You could walk in, it's Larry, Gary, fucking people, the McManus boys, fucking blah blah, everyone fucking talking, Charlie, fucking Valentine yelling and screaming. And then other times you could show up and it's quiet and no one's there. And then, you know, wait fucking half an hour. So I don't know if maybe the dreams are like because I find myself, I go, oh shit, I got fucking an hour, 2 hours between jobs. And my first thought is, oh, I'll stop by the shop. Because you just go there as long between 9 and 4:30, 5 o'clock. Just pull in, go in. Someone's going to be there, you know, someone that I enjoy talking to. I'm not going to go there and there's going to be people who I don't like to see. It's all people I'm related to and that I love very much. So it was always like, you could stop, you got a few minutes to kill, go see what, and I'm sure the people that are doing business, sorry Stevie, were like, all right, let's fucking, I gotta get this shit done. when you got a whole lineup of fucking Uncle Chicky, myself, Gary, fucking all these people coming in with all their bullshit amongst everyone else, you know, it was a fun time, man. It was like fucking Cheers. But I've been thinking about it, and maybe because this is like the first summer where it's not gonna be a thing, and they have like cool shop parties. Shit, that was the first and only time I seen my mom smoke a little fucking marijuana. This is probably gotta be almost 20 years ago. It was a shop party, bike shop, car shop, whatever. It was a ton of fucking people there, and I think it was me and Dubs. It was me and somebody, I can't remember who, were in the apartment, and somebody was back there. I think my Uncle Tony was smoking a joint. And my mom came back. And he was like went to hand it to her. And we were watching from over on the computer. And we're watching, and my mom grabs it. She takes a little puff, and we're like, "Oh shit!" It was funny as shit. And that was like the only fucking time I ever seen that happen, because it wasn't a regular occurrence. That was never a regular occurrence, never ever. So to see that, and then that was it. That was like the only one time. It was fucking funny as shit. There was just a lot of funny shit happened. Shit, I remember fucking, they used to do, it was like a swap meet animal thing and a car show and all this shit. And it was probably the last one. And again, the story's a little bit fucked up because I was all fucked up, and that's how I like gauge like, hell, it's a great time. I was all fucked up. But we went from that closed down, it was the end of the show. Everyone packed their shit up. Everyone went back to Aunt Donna's. When everyone goes back to the shop. So now there's like 20 people back at the shop. Fucking Larry's grilling. This all just happening like fucking organically. Larry's grilling. Fucking we stopped. Whoever I rode with, we stopped back when Wegmans used to be. Fucking Charlie Avenue. Stopped at Wegmans, got beer, went to there. Rip Jamie. I actually think it was her that was driving. Then we back to the shop, to the house, to the shop. Everyone's fucking hanging out. And then it's like slightly winding down there. And now it's time to go back out to the country, back out to Medina, an hour west. And then all of a sudden, like 3/4 of the people that were there fucking make the ride, an hour ride out to fucking Medina. Then start a fire outside and the fucking thing, and then other random people who missed out on the first 2/3 of the day end up fucking there, and then this is fucking. These are good memories that I have, but like the hub, it was like go back to the shop, meet me at the shop, or you gotta fucking drop off a snowblower, drop it off at the shop. I'll pick it up from the shop. Oh shit. Yeah. So, and again, here's me telling the story, so maybe one day someone will listen through these and say, "Huh, what a fucking interesting life this fucking idiot lived." Those are just little things, man. I think all kind like there's just lots of fun fucking stories that happened over there. It was always fun. You just never knew what you were gonna find over at the shop. Always something different going on. A lot of people come through there. Came and went. Lived and died. What are you gonna do? So, shout out to everyone who has memories of the shop. And yeah. Well, now I gotta go in and cut this all up and get to work. I love you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for listening every week. And yeah, love you.